Its roots are half submerged. Its trunk is curved, as if in a dance. Its branches hang over the water, and its foliage is lush, green, and full of life. It has now become an island, a sanctuary. On its slender, curved branches, as on a balcony, herons have settled. Some of them are preening after a fishing trip. Others stand completely still, observing the mirror-like surface of the water. The heron is a bird of silence. It does not cry out without cause. It simply exists, like the tree, like the river. And this scene is not just beautiful, it is balance. Where the land ends and nature begins, there is always a point of peace.
Right at the water's edge, a gentle rustle is heard. It is the red-billed quelea.
They are numerous. They arrive in flocks, never alone. Each bird quickly takes its place. They are all in motion, busy, as if the water is calling. And the time to drink is limited. They drink with a calculated urgency. The whole flock descends like a whirlwind, landing quickly right at the water's edge. For just a brief moment, they sip water and then immediately take off, creating a scene of organized chaos. Not a second of rest, everything is calculated. Fly down, touch the water, fly up. This is caution, honed into a reflex. In Africa, even the smallest creature knows the value of attention. Amidst the bushes and dry grass, where the thickets glow golden in the morning sun, a figure slowly emerges. The African buffalo, immense, as if carved from rock.
It walks heavily, but calmly.
In its eyes is harshness. In its gait is confidence. This is not a fugitive, not a hunter. This is the master of the plains. Its horns curve like a crescent moon. Its coat is as dark as a rainy night. Their wide beaks seem made for another world. They are reminiscent of ancient creatures. At the top of the palm trees, towering over the Zambezi River Valley, a whole flock of great white pelicans has landed. Their large silhouettes look particularly striking against the fan-shaped palm leaves, illuminated by the soft afternoon light. These palms are likely of the species Hyphaene petersiana, a palm characteristic of the wetlands of southern Africa. The pelican sits solidly and calmly, as if guarding their kingdom from above. Some are sleeping, their wings spread. Others have tucked their beaks into their feathers, preparing for sleep.
Trains. Trees like this are not just observation posts, but also safe havens from terrestrial predators.
On the arid plains, a soft golden light spreads. The sun is no longer as harsh as at midday, but it still shines generously on the scorched grass. The copper-colored leaves of the bushes and the backs of the animals. The water still carries within it the power, the light, and the breath of the living world. A pelican slowly takes flight from the top of the palm tree, its broad wings touching the sky. The night descends without haste, but unstoppably. It brings with it the stars, the silence, and the deep breath of the savannah. And above all, the sense of an ancient order, where every creature has its place, its voice, and its destiny. Zimbabwe, Zambezi. The wild speaks for itself here. In a fleeting lapse of concentration, a zebra has entered the crosshairs of a killing machine. Three seconds to escape. But as the shadow of the lioness descends, all instinct is too late. While the male hangs back to protect, the lioness cedes the first bite to him, a reflection of the pride's strict social order. Even as the rulers of the savannah, lions spend some 16 to 20 hours a day at rest, conserving their energy. In the grand panorama of the Serengeti, there is a predator whose very existence is synonymous with stealth: the Nile crocodile. When the great rains fall, the arid hollows along the Grumeti River are reborn as deep pools. For weeks on end, they can lie motionless, their bodies concealed in the murky water. Only their eyes and nostrils break the surface, transforming them into living traps, patiently awaiting their moment. The rainy season brings an abundance of water, drawing herbivores to quench their thirst and rest. Lurking near the waterholes, the Nile crocodiles make the most of this opportunity. With large prey, they will drag their victim underwater to drown it, then perform their infamous death roll to tear the carcass apart. One of their most astonishing traits is their tolerance for hunger. A mature crocodile can go for months without a meal. This ability allows them to lie in ambush for weeks without any loss of strength. This patience is aided by a biological marvel, a 4-chambered heart. This enables them to hold their breath for over an hour, turning patience into a lethal biological weapon. While the water's surface shows barely a ripple, deep inland, a majestic, low rumble is heard. The African bush elephant, moving in herds, like living tanks. They crush the undergrowth with every powerful step. The elephant is never truly alone. At their side are companions like the cattle egret and the red-billed oxpecker, forming a unique symbiotic relationship. Their diet shifts with the seasons, from the lush new grass that makes up 70% of their intake to woody plants when the dry season arrives. Elephant families are led by a matriarch, a seasoned and experienced female. Their bodies are masterpieces of natural engineering. Enormous ears help to dissipate heat, and wrinkled skin retains moisture, but their true power lies in the versatile trunk. It can draw water to spray over their bodies for cooling, and dig deep into dry riverbeds to find underground springs, creating wells for many other species. Their connections extend far beyond what human ears can detect. Elephants communicate using infrasonic rumbles, low-frequency vibrations that travel through the ground for dozens of miles. These seismic calls allow herds to warn of danger or signal the way to water. As ecosystem engineers, elephants reshape the landscape, breaking branches and pushing over small trees, which clears the way for new vegetation to grow. They are also great sowers, dispersing seeds through their dung, enriching the soil and sustaining biodiversity. This patience is aided by a biological marvel, a 4-chambered heart. They have no need to clear a path. Their height already grants them access to the highest foliage. This is the tallest giraffe subspecies and the tallest terrestrial animal on the planet. A fully grown adult can stand up to 19 feet tall, its neck accounting for nearly half that height. This unique body structure allows them to browse on treetops that few other herbivores can reach. However, this extraordinary height becomes a critical vulnerability when they need to bend down to drink. They must splay their forelegs wide or kneel, a perilous posture. To stay safe, they often choose wide, open drinking spots, drink quickly, and then immediately raise their heads to scan for threats. Since 2019, the Maasai giraffe has been listed as an endangered species. In just 3 decades, their numbers have plummeted by roughly 50%.
The primary causes include habitat loss, poaching for meat and body parts, and growing conflict with humans over land.
They move slowly, but endlessly. These dunes are reshaped by wind, light, and silence. At dusk, they darken into shadows, turning the desert into a mysterious kingdom. Where every ridge seems to hide a secret. Sossusvlei and Deadvlei reveal the haunting beauty of this ancient world. In Deadvlei, camelthorn trees that died around 900 years ago still stand. Their black branches reach toward the sky, like frozen prayers. Once, water touched this place, and life grew here. Now, only silence remains. And yet, even in this impossible land, life has not disappeared. It has adapted, endured, and waited.
In Namibia, survival is not simply a battle against heat and thirst. It is a sacred test, written into the desert itself. Every living creature must answer the same ancient question. How can life continue where nature allows almost nothing? This is the desert-adapted lion. It is a rare and powerful symbol of life in one of Africa's most unforgiving wildernesses.
Unlike lions that live on rich savannas, Namibia's desert lions must survive in a world of distance, hunger, and heat. Their territory can stretch across vast, dry riverbeds, gravel plains, and rocky mountains.
Here, every hunt requires patience. Every movement costs energy, and every mistake can become fatal. During the day, the desert heat can rise to extreme levels. The lions often rest in shade beneath rocky outcrops, sparse trees, or dry riverbanks. They breathe slowly to conserve strength. Their pale coats blend with dust and sand, making them appear and vanish like spirits of the wilderness. At dawn and dusk, when the air cools, they begin to move again. These lions have adapted to a life ruled by scarcity. They can travel long distances in search of prey. Sometimes they follow the movements of oryx, springbok, ostrich, zebra, or young giraffes. In some coastal regions, they may even approach areas near seal colonies. This proves how flexible and intelligent these predators can be when survival demands it. Water is their greatest challenge. In many parts of the desert, lions cannot drink every day. Instead, they obtain moisture from the blood and flesh of their prey. They carefully time their activity to avoid the most punishing heat. This ability to endure thirst makes them one of the most remarkable lion populations on Earth. In many parts of the desert, lions cannot drink every day. These lions also face conflict with humans when they approach livestock near settlements. As their habitat shrinks and prey becomes harder to find. The boundary between wilderness and human land becomes more dangerous. Conservation teams and local communities now work to monitor their movements. They aim to reduce conflict and protect both lions and people. In Namibia, the desert lion is more than a predator. It is a living legend, carved by drought, silence, and stone under the burning sun. It walks through a landscape that seems almost impossible for life. Yet it remains powerful, patient, and mysterious. It is as if the Creator had placed one final guardian in the desert. This guardian reminds us that even in the harshest places on Earth, life can still rise with majesty. The Namib desert beetle may be small, But in this merciless land, even the smallest creature carries a miracle of survival. At dawn, when cold ocean fog drifts silently across the dunes, this beetle lifts its body into the wind. It collects tiny droplets of moisture on its back and drinks from that fragile gift of the morning. This extraordinary mechanism has inspired water harvesting systems in dry regions around the world. Across the same arid wilderness, the oryx gazelle, also known as the gemsbok, moves with quiet and unshakable determination. This powerful antelope can weigh up to 460 pounds and stand nearly 4 feet tall at the shoulder. It appears almost sculpted for the desert, with its strong body, pale coat, and dark facial markings. Long, straight horns rise like twin spears against the burning sky. Those horns, measuring between 33 and 47 inches, are not ornaments but sharp and formidable weapons. They are capable of defending the oryx against predators in a land where hesitation can mean death. The gemsbok does not survive by speed alone, but by courage, precision, and the discipline of a creature shaped by hardship. The Namib Desert receives only a few inches of rain each year, making it one of the most unforgiving habitats. Yet the oryx has learned to tolerate body temperatures up to 113 degrees Fahrenheit without sweating. It conserves precious water instead of losing it to the air. During long dry periods, oryx can survive for weeks without drinking directly. They draw moisture from dry grasses, desert herbs, roots, and succulent plants scattered across the barren land. This allows them to continue moving, even when the surrounding world becomes almost unbearable. Most active in the early morning and late afternoon, the gemsbok travels when the desert briefly softens. It crosses vast sandy plains in search of grasses, awakened by rare and fleeting rains. In its silence, there is a living symbol of endurance, walking through a land where every breath must be earned. Meanwhile, the springbok follows a different path of survival beneath the scorching sun. Smaller and lighter than the oryx, it stands between 28 and 34 inches tall and weighs around 66 to 99 pounds. Its coat blends with the desert plains, while a special strip of fur along its back can rise like a bright signal. The springbok can go weeks, and sometimes months, without drinking water directly. At night, when humidity rises, they roam in search of food when plants hold more moisture. The springbok can leap up to 6.6 feet into the air, rising suddenly above the plain like a spark of life. This display can warn predators, signal strength, or unite the herd in a shared pulse of movement. When the rains finally arrive, springbok herds move across the land in search of fresh grass. Across the remote deserts of Namibia, the desert-adapted elephant begins one of the most ancient journeys in Africa. These giants do not simply wander because they remember. Led by older females, the herds follow invisible routes across dry riverbeds and rocky valleys. Some herds may travel dozens of miles in a single day, crossing territories that can stretch thousands of square miles. These paths are passed down through generations, written not on maps, but in memory. A matriarch can remember distant water sources and safe passages across hostile terrain. When drought deepens, the herd moves with quiet determination, trusting the memory of those who walked before them.
At the center of this journey are the calves, protected by adults who guide them away from danger and shield them from predators.
In the hottest hours, mothers use their bodies to cast shade for their calves. At waterholes, the smallest are protected in the middle, where massive bodies form a wall. But the desert does not forgive weakness. Along these long routes, some elephants collapse from thirst, hunger, or exhaustion. Their bodies remain beside the ancient paths like silent monuments to the cost of survival. Yet the herd cannot stop forever, because the calves must continue. With grief buried beneath instinct, the journey goes forward. In dry riverbeds, desert elephants perform one of their most important acts. Using their powerful feet and tusks, they dig into the sand to reach hidden underground water. Slowly, a shallow pool appears where there was only dust. An adult elephant can drink more than 50 gallons of water in a day when it is available. The African bush elephant, a true giant of the savannah, roams these arid lands guided by ancient instincts. In this way, the desert elephant becomes an engineer of life, opening hidden doors beneath the sand. Their bodies and behavior are shaped by endurance. Smaller groups reduce pressure on limited food. While long legs help them cross vast distances. Careful movement conserves energy in a place where panic can kill faster than hunger. Under the burning Namibian sky, these elephants carry memory, faith, and the stubborn will to continue.
and the journey goes on.
The Amazon is a world of constant change, a rhythm dictated by the water. It is the jaguar, the apex predator of the Amazon, a silent hunter. Its muscular build and agile body are perfectly suited for the dense jungle environment.
The jaguar possesses an incredibly powerful bite, capable of piercing through thick shells.
Jaguars are also excellent swimmers, navigating the Amazon's vast network of rivers.
Despite their solitary nature, female jaguars are devoted mothers, protecting their cubs from danger.
The Amazon is a world of constant change, transformed by the arrival of the monsoon. The enormous amount of water flowing from the Andes causes the rivers to grow larger. This seasonal flooding creates a unique ecosystem, a world that is half land, half ocean. In this ever-changing landscape, countless creatures must adapt to survive. The capybara, the world's largest rodent, has found its perfect habitat in this environment.
Their bodies are remarkably adapted, with eyes and ears located on top of their heads.
They spend hours grazing, sustaining their energy in this wild, competitive environment. For many large predators, capybaras are a valuable food source in the Amazon. Their docile nature makes them a vital link in the Amazon food chain. In the labyrinth of rivers and still waters, an almost invisible predator reigns supreme. The anaconda, or sucuri, is one of the most amazing creatures of the Amazon ecosystem. Its massive body is covered in black and olive green speckled patterns for perfect camouflage. With incredible speed, the anaconda lunges, wrapping its body tightly around its victim.
Anacondas are ambush predators, patiently waiting underwater for prey to approach. The anaconda's diet is very varied, hunting fish, waterfowl, turtles, and even mammals.
As a predator at the top of the food chain, it helps control the population of many species.
At the heart of that network lies the Amazon River, the largest river on the planet.
Every second, an enormous volume of water flows into the Atlantic Ocean. This phenomenon occurs due to differences in temperature, flow rate, and chemical composition.
Beneath the surface of those two streams lies a whole different world.
In the imagination of many, piranhas are associated with the image of ferocious schools of fish. With their sharp, triangular teeth and incredibly strong jaws, piranhas can easily cut through flesh. Most of the time, they move in flocks, a tactic that helps them find food more efficiently. Lying motionless beneath the soft mud at the riverbed is another creature, less seen, but no less impressive. Unlike their oceanic relatives, freshwater stingrays have evolved to be perfectly adapted to river environments. Some large individuals can be over a meter wide and weigh tens of kilograms. In the darkness of the Amazon River, where light rarely reaches the bottom, creatures like these continue their lives. Hidden within the vast rivers lies a species of giant fish that has remained virtually unchanged for millions of years. What makes this fish even more special is its ability to breathe air.
Pirarucu fish can reach lengths of over 3 meters and weigh more than 200 kilograms.
In the Amazonian world, pirarucus are like a living fossil, a testament to the strength and resilience of evolution. One of the most impressive aquatic plants on the planet, the giant water lily, floats on the water's surface.
Each leaf can reach a diameter of up to 2 meters, large enough to support the weight of a heron. An interwoven network of veins provides a strong structure that helps the leaf maintain its buoyancy. According to ancient legends of the Amazonian tribes, the giant water lily is linked to the beauty of the moon. The legend tells of a young woman named Naya, who was captivated by the beauty of the moon.
Naya fell into the river, and the moon goddess transformed her into a magnificent flower.
Therefore, the giant water lily is called the Star of the Waters by the local people.
During the day, its enormous leaves spread across the river surface like vast green shields. It is both a biological wonder and a symbol of ancestral tales, where nature and legend blend together.
In a land where fire and drought are always present, the Amazon demonstrates the power of nature. It creates one of the richest freshwater ecosystems on the planet.
Within these murky, sediment-laden waters lives one of the Amazon's most famous fish species. In the imagination of many, piranhas are associated with the image of ferocious schools of fish.
While their reputation has been somewhat exaggerated by film and legends, they are effective predators.
Most of the time, they move in flocks, a tactic that helps them find food more efficiently. Many species are actually omnivores, consuming fruit, seeds, and animal carcasses. For riverside communities, piranha fishing has become a long-standing tradition. Lying motionless beneath the soft mud at the riverbed is another creature, less seen but no less impressive. Unlike their oceanic relatives, freshwater stingrays have evolved to be perfectly adapted to river environments. Some large individuals can be over a meter wide and weigh tens of kilograms. In the darkness of the Amazon River, where light rarely reaches the bottom, creatures like these continue their lives. Hidden within the vast rivers lies a species of giant fish that has remained virtually unchanged for millions of years. What makes this fish even more special is its ability to breathe air.
Pirarucu fish can reach lengths of over 3 meters and weigh more than 200 kilograms.
In the Amazonian world, pirarucus are like a living fossil, a testament to the strength and resilience of evolution. One of the most impressive aquatic plants on the planet, the giant water lily, floats on the water's surface. Each leaf can reach a diameter of up to 2 meters, large enough to support the weight of a bird. An interwoven network of veins provides a strong structure that helps the leaf maintain its buoyancy. According to ancient legends of the Amazonian tribes, the giant water lily is linked to the beauty of the moon. The legend tells of a young woman named Naya, who was captivated by the beauty of the moon. Naya fell into the river, and the moon goddess transformed her into a magnificent flower. Therefore, the giant water lily is called the Star of the Waters by the local people. During the day, its enormous leaves spread across the river surface like vast green shields.
It is both a biological wonder and a symbol of ancestral tales, where nature and legend blend together.
In a land where fire and drought are always present, the Amazon demonstrates the power of nature.